Hi, I'm Maya, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I pivoted my business during the COVID-19 pandemic. First of all, I'm an industrial designer by training, and so my business plan for Maia Ming Designs is constantly evolving. But even pre-pandemic, I had started to focus a little bit more on direct-to-consumer sales on the internet because, well, going to trade shows is a really big drag and very expensive and time-consuming and not that much fun. So I'm a product designer by training, and when I first started out, my business plan was to design the products and have them manufactured elsewhere and then to sell them wholesale to retailers. And when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, that clearly all the retail sort of shut down very quickly. And I was fortunate enough to have a home studio where I'd been prototyping everything, so I just stocked up on a lot of clay and got some new glazes and started, focusing on artisan handmade ceramics at home. And it's been really fun because I got to explore with different clays and glazes and really develop different products that were kind of relevant to our what we're living through and what we're all living through right now. Maia Ming Designs, my company tagline is beauty, texture, whimsy, simple pleasures in daily rituals. And I feel like that's actually something a lot of people are living through right now. I mean, we're all stuck at home and we're trying to make things nice in our homes and focus on the things that are within our control and the little happy rituals that we create, whether it's with a couple of flowers, making them into an arrangement, or growing some plants, or some, your daily cup of tea or coffee, things like that. And now we have new rituals. Everybody's washing their hands a lot and worrying about how to make their homes safe and secure. So I think my company philosophy is a pretty good philosophy for the times. But one of the really great things about how I pivoted is I have been selling a lot on Etsy. I pretty much changed all my social media and put all eyes on my Etsy shop. And I've been able to ship via courier everything directly to customers pretty quickly. So what is been really kind of one of the joys for me has been rediscovering the more artisan side of ceramics, because I always think of myself as this product designer and I design series of things, but it's a lot of work to make something in a series. You have to manufacture it in the hundreds or the thousands, and it's quite a big investment to make the molds and stuff like that. So just for comparison, this is a little vase from my textured vase collection from Maia Ming Designs, and this is I made an Illustrator drawing, which we then made a 3D archive from, and then there was a series of this vase collection made, and I love this vase, and I love the textures, and it's something that I wouldn't actually be able to make myself without a mold, but just hand carving, because the amount of time and skill it would take to hand carve something like this is crazy. So this is a great project. This is the right kind of product to manufacture. But on the other hand, having time in the studio to experiment with a speckled glaze or a mix of porcelain and stoneware, or a black, and this has got a very subtle black on black thing, and just trying out the way different glazes react on different clays has been really fun, and it's been important for me during a pandemic to be able to make something with my hands and create something new every day, and to sort of focus on it's regrounding to make things with your hands and to feel like you're accomplishing something and making something beautiful. So like I was saying, it's just super liberating to have all these options that you have in terms of what you can make something different sizes, different shapes, different colors, and I get a lot of custom orders as well. And sometimes my customers have these amazing ideas. They're like, oh, I want this in this combination. I sort of think, never tried that before. And sometimes it's really inspiring because they push me to discover and explore new things that I wasn't thinking of on my own. I feel like you don't really need to have a whole bouquet of fancy flowers. You can just go and you can pick one or two little sprigs when you're going on a walk or from your garden, and put them in a little bud vase, and you've got a little bit of nature in your home, which is, for me, and I think for many other people, very therapeutic to have some plants in your home and grow things. One of my favorite rituals is tea time, and as a designer and a ceramicist, I love to make teaware and teapots especially. I think teapots are one of those sort of ultimate designer challenges because it has to work in so many ways. I mean, tea is one of the rituals that really uses all 5 of your senses. I mean, it's how your teapot and teaware looks, how it feels, the smell and the taste of the tea, the touch, the warm cup in your hands, all of that. And when I made the Eva tea set, which was my first tea set that I made, it was manufactured for me. It was made from molds. I had to make quite a lot of them. It was not an easy process giving birth to the Eva set, which comes in black or white, and I just don't have bandwidth or the resources to make it in a bunch more colors. But there are teacups, a milk and sugar set, a platter, and a teapot. And it's been so liberating to go back into the studio again, and you can make your own teapot, and each one comes out a little differently, and you have the infinite variety of shapes and styles and colors. And for me, tea, like I said, has always been one of these very special rituals where I sit and I pause and I smell my tea and I take a moment and a break in my day, and I look at all the things around me and I realize how lucky I am. So I really do love throwing large pieces on the wheel and then modifying them by hand. You can see this really large bowl has been made a little bit square, which is cool. But lately, when I've been working so much in the studio, I've started to feel the tenderness in my wrists. And I know so many potters who've had carpal tunnel syndrome that I'm being really careful now, and I'm actually no longer making such large pieces. And I'm going to just step back and focus on smaller pieces for my Etsy shop. And people still do custom orders, and sometimes people contact me and want really large pieces. And if it's a piece I can make, I will do it. But lately, like I said, I've been really careful with my wrists because working in the studio every day is a massive amount of pressure on your wrists with throwing the clay and also kneading and recycling all the clay. So like I said, I've found a certain artistic satisfaction in connecting directly with my customers and being able to make things just one-of-a-kind things. I didn't used to feel that way. I mean, I used to really think of myself as a product designer who made everything in series. So it's been a mental shift as well to feel like, hey, I'm making this for someone, and now I'm sending it out to its new home. And that's been cool. But it's been something that I changed. And when we're not able to travel and not able to go and do all the things that we normally take for granted, having a mental shift in how you see things is critical. And I've been pretty happy at home potting away. So I think that Etsy, like I said, has been a real lifesaver in terms of connecting with customers directly. And it's so sweet, I get notes and things from my Etsy customers, and they send me photos of the products in their home and tell me how much they like everything. So that also is really, really nice and really satisfying.